place is fucking incredible. NorCal, man. Let's do this. Got some Chico feet. The other day, last time we were here with James, we just came just to walk around and we ended up jumping in the pool. This is supposed to be a family environment, and right on that bench there was a group of tweakers completely twacked out, just tripping. It's pretty deep over there, but it's not too deep here.
Have you used goggles here?
I've never, but in this, you can fish for like smallmouth bass here, trout further up, anything else. Salmon way up there though. There's actually a place called Salmon Hole. If you follow this creek up into Upper Bidwell, Chico State is actually the biggest private arboretum. A collection of trees that would never be found together in nature. It's just so diverse. Just because it's not natural in that environment doesn't make it an invasive species. What would make it an invasive species is if you introduce it and it becomes rampant. If that environment...
Definitely, yeah, that's true. It's like bringing a zebra here.
Exactly. And there are wild zebras.
I know, dude.
Yeah, there are wild zebras in the United States. Alright, but enough of me talking. I'll just let you guys enjoy this beautiful view. This thing extends for fucking miles.
Right now there's like a...
We gotta find some berries.
Distinct stench.
Yeah, there's a nice stench in the air, yeah. You gotta be careful for heroin needles too. Just kidding. Although I'm not kidding, but AIDS by walking in Bidwell. It is July, so I guess that is peak harvest season for blackberries. And blackberries are everywhere here. Everywhere. So there's, the red ones are less ripe, but the black ones, because they're blackberries, are fucking so delicious. They're sweet.
We should find some mushrooms and...
Oh yeah, we should find some mushrooms on cow shit. But it's a funny story because I was actually here 2 days ago with James, a good buddy who I did yoga with in that earlier video. And we were just eating so many fucking blackberries, like no care in the world. I had to convince him, like, just eat them, bro. And then later we Googled it, like, are blackberries toxic? And it was like, they are very toxic, and like the plant themselves are toxic. But so I like had a nice pile in my hands. I posted it on my Instagram, the wild berries, but had a nice pile in my hand. And the minute we read that, I just immediately tossed the berries off to the side. I was like, fuck that shit. And this place is like doggo heaven. Clear example. The time is 3:10.
3:09.
You have plenty of time.
You have all the time.
All the time. But yeah, there's actually a lot of chiggers here in this grass, so you gotta be careful. They'll burrow.
What a chigger is basically.
Explain what a chigger
There's
is.
these little mites in the grass that when you step on them, it's typically like really like mushy grass, like a marsh.
Like I was stepping in earlier.
Exactly, like this. And
marshy grass.
They're the little mites that will get in your skin and burrow tunnels. This is an anteater colony.
That's actually a chigger farm right there. The chiggers actually live in there, so careful, they'll get into your skin. Yeah, sweaty balls. You got bat wings yet?
No.
I'm beyond bat wings, so
it's like
there's so much humidity down there that there is no chance for them to stick. It's all sliding. How you doing, sir?
How are you?
Doing well.
Can you get me dead?
Oh yeah. How you doing on time?
Good. It's funny to observe the reaction of like asking somebody about time, like you just said it twice. You asked the guy, like, you have all the time in the world, and you asked him, how are you doing on time?
Yeah, exactly.
Some people are gonna be like, what? Some people are gonna
fine,
be like,
asshole.
and then you're gonna find the one person who's like,
oh,
let me tell you.
Let me tell you. Oh, these are not berries. Don't eat these. I don't know what the fuck these are. Oh, they're not? Says who?
That's fine. Just do it. Do it.
Check out her tattoo. Look how sick it is. Woo! This is the start of the blackberries. Look. These are all blackberries. Blackberries. Look, Punjab. These are fucking blackberries, Punjab. Oh, look that one, man.
Oh my god, what are you doing? Don't touch
What are you doing? That's
not a very good one.
That is toxic. That is so toxic. Berries. I'm just gonna get excessively dirty when I bite into a berry.
Can't be stained by beauty.
I found a shoe.
Oh, a shoe.
A shoe.
A shoe. It's a little baby shoe. What the fuck happened that somebody left their baby shoe there? I hope it just fell off on a bike ride with Pa.
This is what ticks hang on. So when you walk by, they get on your legs and then they fucking burrow their heads into you.
Dude,
They like
ticks
to hang
are
on
fucking
the
nasty.
ends.
Yeah, ticks will literally sit on the edge of blades. I'm just gonna reiterate what he said. Ticks sit on the edge of fucking grass blades with their little claws out like this, just waiting for any mammal. They prefer mammals, obviously, because blood. But no, I think strictly mammals. Well, as soon as any mammal crosses,
It's like hair.
they just clench onto you like a fucking lobster. They just like clench onto you, and then they commence to suck your blood. It's pretty disgusting. And they're rampant right now. One, they can give you Lyme disease. Two, they can also alter your genetics to where red meat makes you sick. So you imagine being sick every time you eat red meat. I'm not talking sick like throwing up, like you will literally break out in hives, could possibly die. Oh, look at this! What is it, berries?
Berries for you and 2 berries.
The berries.
Are these edible?
Yeah.
How do you know?
The
give them
berries. I went for it. It's good.
How many
Berry.
people died before they realized that these are the edible berries?
Yeah. So basically everything we know today
Let's go.
is from trial and error. Like how many people had to die to obtain the knowledge? For example, just poisonous plants. How do we know they're poisonous? Some motherfucker had to ingest them or touch them and get these toxins in their system in order to realize, oh shit, we shouldn't fuck with that plant or fuck with that berry. Imagine the first caveman that discovered fire. That shit was crazy.
It was
He probably
probably-
started like biting it and like a savage, and then he burned himself. He probably burned his fucking mouth and was like, oh.
There's probably a ton of different cavemen, and they found it through wildfires first, and then they started using that. They'd go where there's
Oh.
wildfires,
Yeah.
and then
Hold Luna for a
they'd
second.
go where there's wildfires, and then they capitalize on that fire being there. But it wasn't until like people actually got to harness that fire energy that shit went ham. Now,
Ham.
like now you could cook.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Jungle Book. In Jungle Book, the red flower is what they called it. Was the power of fire. And if you've seen Jungle Book, the king, I think it were orangutan, right? The king orangutan, the chief of all the orangutans, was
Orangutan.
trying
Was it?
orangutan. Yeah, there we go. But the king of the orangutans, if you will,
So these are good.
was basically trying to learn how to harness the power of the red flower. So harness the
gonna eat
power
it.
of fire. And that
Do it.
posed a danger to the jungle. But good flip, watch it.
Oh, it was so
Oh, he just indulged in the berry. So the key is you have to find the really black
There's
ones.
definitely asbestos in that one.
Oh, asbestos. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with
Mesophilia.
with any asbestos related cancer, you may be entitled to compensation.
Where the fuck is this, dude? I'm getting tired.
Oh,
We went deep. We should have
I know we went
Wait
so
a
deep,
little.
but we wanted to show you. This is fucking incredible. So there's 1 mile recreation area. There's 5 mile recreation area, and then Upper Bidwell is kind of not uncharted territory, but it's less populated, less
More spooky.
More
if
more
you will.
more spooky.
Oh,
Wow! Look this.
that shit definitely has red dye.
This is where we friggin' set off.
Where
Yeah,
are we going? Left or
we
right?
actually launched one of our rafts here. So
What?
I actually, before I lived
They were
here,
running
I moved back home and then I moved back up. But in that process of moving home and moving back, it was about 6 months. I came up to visit Molly, and we actually launched a raft and kind of rafted down this through rapids, through fucking little tumble. It was awesome. It was awesome. We really
Dude,
fucked
there's
our bodies up.
fucking semi-trucks above you. Look up. Look at this
Woo.
awesome feat of engineering.
Engineering, look at this. Under a bridge. If you were in Mexico and you were under this bridge, would you be like, ooh, I don't trust the engineering. Why don't we just sit here and
I would trust it.
Toka Woka? Let's go back down. Because you can go infinitely up, but I don't want to. Let's go infinitely deep. Ho, 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 ho.
We need more Tame Impala first.
We do. Tame Impala. If you're having trouble letting go, listen to
happen.
Tame Impala, please. The entire Currents album will help you let go. Also, if you have emotional blockage, if you have secrets, really dark secrets that you feel you can't tell anyone, you best find someone to tell that shit to, because that is blocking you from being able to transcend in life. Like, for me, I had something that was weighing heavy on my soul until I recently told my closest peers and family members. And I feel like I'm a better person now. Check this out. In the wild, you actually find little packets of mustard here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That one's a ripe one.
Yeah, ripe. This is ripe.
Put that too close to your face.
Wow, this is pretty.
Yeah, somebody's fucking keistered that.
We're gonna leave this here for someone else to find. Smells like asshole. Yeah, definitely someone keistered it.
Paula is a perfect album. You can listen to it from beginning to end and not get bored.
Facts.
Come on, little.
Yeah, no.
Doesn't seem too sure about
I know what's right for me. Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
Where are we posting up?
Is that
good
fucking
idea.
Yeah.
tree?
Because
Right here,
the
there's more.
majority of it's gonna hit.
Spanish lesson number 1. Eric, what?
You can tell me in
Do
Spanish.
you know how to say armpit in Spanish?
How to say armpit in Spanish? Try, just give it a
I don't
guess.
even know where to start with. that.
Armpitillo? Armpitillo. That'd be my guess.
Armpatio.
Arm patio.
Arm
Arm patio. Drum roll, please. Eric, well, how do you say sobaco? Sobaco. Sobaco.
Ooh, that's
Look at this. How infinite are you feeling, Eric? Quite infinite. Boom. Oh, look, it's like I'm him and she's me, and we're walking through the jungle. How are we doing on time? Don't even get me started about time. It is 3:25 right now. Thank you very much. You know what was great? Time didn't trip me up. What tripped me up was my body. And now we are going to indulge in the sacred tokers.
Jay.
Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, it's wet. You have to be willing to go deep. Deep within yourself. These are all berries. Look at the berries.
I wouldn't even eat those though.
They're said to induce a psychedelic state. Just kidding, no they don't. Just eat the berries. That's so rad.
What is it?
How you folks doing? Oh, it's a mask that he has on the headrest. It's cool though.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
What's your
Come on, little.
That was awesome. Cool interaction, right? So this guy has a trailer, and I've seen him before. Actually, when I mentioned we raft, that guy was there, along with a school bus. Do you remember that school bus?
School bus is
Yeah,
awesome.
but he used to have something called like, it said like Love Den or something like that.
Did you see the designs on that blanket?
Yeah, dude.
It's
it
like,
was like
he just
space.
goes in there and just trips.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and he just has this like little
Fucking-
camper trailer and this little Toyota, and it's just literally a bed. And this guy just lives in there. That's something. This guy's gone deep. Yeah, he's doing something. He's infinite. We were walking through the grass, and there are a bunch of freaking gopher holes on the ground, right? And I made the connection to the prairie dogs in the Wild West, like when the Apaches were still around. So these things were a threat to their horses, and also the riders would often die, I'm assuming. You know what to say about assuming. But
Their feet would just fall
yeah,
in.
so they're running, and the freaking horse's foot would fall into like the prairie dog hole, which are littered all over the plains. So your horse is hauling ass in 5th gear, and all of a sudden there's this hole, and just his leg explodes, and you get sent flying. Your horse is fucked. You probably have to shoot it. But then Indians didn't have guns, so they just had a bow and arrow it.
They just had a fucking
Eat its
they had
brain.
little bamboo picket because there's bamboo in the Wild West.
Oh,
And then they fucking,
I think they actually eat the pineal gland, is what I heard.
I think it's the testicles.
Oh, the testicles. Oh my god. Freaking fresh. It just feels so good on my skin and my...
It's like a totally different mindset, like different trip.
key is visualization. See the path before it actually occurs. Ooh. Come on, whore.
Just got done, headed home. It's fucking awesome.
The water was pristine.